What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today is day number 762. I've forgotten. We have sold 21 orders since yesterday. Yesterday was a late record, which means actually we sold 21 since around 10 yesterday. I'm going to give you some numbers, but I'm going to explain the difference. So we have sold £864 on eBay and 78 on Vinted, giving us a grand total of £942. However, you are not going to see all of those because some of those were the leftovers from yesterday morning. So you will have seen some of them from yesterday morning and then the rest of them from today. So since we last did the record and we did our postage, it's probably closer to £600 to £700. But yeah, either way, really good. And we've got two sales at the end that are absolute bangers, and it's 2 into £180, which is insane. So I'm going to throw out some stuff for you now, show you what I picked up, and let's get into it. First up, we got these Ariat chaps is what they're called, Concord chaps. They're women's, they're an extra small. I paid £5 for these at the car boot, and they've sold £25 on eBay. They've taken a while to sell. I believe it's down to the size. Ariat is a fantastic brand. Some of the clothing does really, really well. The puffers, the gilets, the coats. They do heat gear, they do cold gear. And the best thing for Ariat is like boots, like the cowboy boots and stuff like that. Very, very expensive retail, very expensive resale. So definitely be on the lookout for Ariat. And that's the logo there. It's like a little sort of toxic waste logo. Yeah, fantastic. Next up, we have this UK heritage brand. It is Gloverall. It's sold for £69.99 on of eBay. We've had it for a little while. I paid £7 at a charity shop for this. And also, when I bought it, I missed the fact that it's actually missing one of its buckles. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, but there is meant to be one here. And we still got £70 for it. I'm hoping that the buyer noticed that there was a buckle missing. We actually do have the buckle itself. It just needs to be stitched on. So hopefully the people that have purchased it understand that. They know it. They've read the description, all of that good stuff. £70. Gloverall's a fantastic brand to look out for. They do men's, they do women's. Yeah, really, really good brand. So next up we have these toast trousers. You know I like toast. These are wide leg corduroy, everything you really want from Toast. These sold for £40. They are cropped. That's probably the least desirable because usually, in my opinion, the ones that I've sold the best for the most money are full length versions. But yeah, really fast sale on these ones. In fact, 67.69 we're on 68.20 or something like that. So it's a very, very new listing, probably sold within a couple of days. So super happy with that one. I said this in one of the previous videos, but I'm staying clear of aquascutum in every shape and fashion unless it definitely has the aquascutum check, which is called the house check. This has it on the lining, so again it's not particularly visible, but for some reason people still like it. This is actually off on the GSP. I can't remember exactly where it's going, but it's sold for £40. We've had it for a little while, 6,700, maybe 2 weeks. It's gone pretty quickly. We'll take it. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll take it. Just a side note on this one, I got this from my contact lady where I buy coats off her for £10 a piece, so it would have cost £10. This sold super quickly. Probably could have got a little bit more for it. It sold within an hour of listing. I think I had it up at 39. They offered 35. I paid 5 on Vinted plus fees, so £7.89, something like that. So we got it in, we got it out, we got it going. But Rafa is a fantastic brand. They also have the name on the labels. Sometimes the labels have like a loop around the label, which has like care instructions, and you have to pull the label outside of that. But they always have the item name on it, so you can research it really quickly. This was the insulated brevet gilet. Yeah, super quick sale. I love Rafa. It's a fantastic brand for cycling. Next up, we have a Childish hoodie. Everybody knows I fucking love Childish. It's amazing. This specific hoodie was one that I purchased for myself, but for some reason I didn't really want to keep it anymore. There is a paint splatter across the back, which is why the value isn't as much as it could have been. So this is a double XL, so normally I would be looking for £80-ish on this. We sold it for 50 because it does have a paint mark on the back. Somebody probably can put the effort in to get it out. But as I was saying before, the purple hoodie is very desirable. This is one of the more desirable ones as well. It's got the big flame Childish across. Super popular in the world of the people that love it. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for this one. It also sold on Vinted, so no fees. Next up, we have some Toast dungarees. Again, very, very toasty in my opinion. They sold for £50 on eBay. And this was, again, another relatively quick sale, probably within like a week or so. I'd love picking up Toast. If you can get it for like £10 to £15 or less on Vinted, which is what I seem to be able to do at the moment, if you get the good stuff, you're always going to make £25 profit as a minimum. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for toast. So next up we have a Burghouse jacket. This is a very basic one. Normally you're looking for the Gore-Tex stuff realistically. This sold for £28 on Vinted. Yeah, it's not the best seller in the world. It is what it is. So next up we have another gilet. Like I said yesterday, these things are just flying out left, right and centre. This one was battered. I think it was like £8 all in on Vinted, and it sold for £30 on eBay. It's not a particularly great size. It's a size small. And again, condition was not the best on this one. It is a men's. With the gilets like this, you're looking for men's. This, if in great condition, in a decent size, you'd be looking at 60 to 80 all day. Yeah, so these are Reese trousers. They've got the side stripe down the side and elasticated waist. So with these types of trousers, Me&M and Reese kind of, I think Reese copies Me&M, but it's a very Me&M style in my opinion. And the side stripe is what they want with these, and elasticated waist. Make sure you're right side stripe, make sure you're right elasticated waist. I am going to check the title when I put it in here because I don't do my title, so I'm going to make sure it is in there. If it's not, then I'll speak to my brother and we'll get that sorted. But yeah, these sold for £34. Did take a little while to sell, maybe a month. But yeah, you can get these relatively cheap in most charity shops, car boots and on Vinted. Yeah, and you can always get around £35 for these. Just a correction, elasticated waist is wrong, drawstring is right. So I've just checked the title and it does say side stripe and it does say drawstring, which is what people want to know when they're buying these sorts of things. These sold for £31.49. They are some Lucy and Yak, and these are full dungarees. Again, like I was saying the other day with Lucy and Yak, you want the bright colours, the crazy colours. And that sort of jazz. These ones are very, very like hippie, yeah, just like a little bit psychedelic was the word I was looking for. Yeah, so fantastic sale. Next up, another new brand to the channel for this series. This is a Sealand jacket. It's an outdoor fisherman hunting, that sort of vibe. Fantastic brand. Sold for £40. We picked this up for, I want to say £6 or £7 in the charity shop pretty recently actually. It did have some marks on it when I got it, but I managed to wipe them off and they came out all right. So I probably could have got closer to 50 if I was a little bit more patient. But again, I'm not in the storage business. I want to get this shit out of here. So that's what we've done. We've accepted the offer. We've got it moving. Next up, we have this Ron Hill jacket. I paid £5 at a car boot for it. Sold for £23.50. Ron Hill is a very mediocre and average running brand. This is brand new with tags and it's still only sold for £23. This is a Brad Sport Gore-Tex jacket. It sold for £20. It's not a good jacket. I can't remember where I got this one from. Normally I've got a pretty good memory with this sort of thing. No idea how much I paid for it. No idea where I got it from. But we got £20 for it. I wouldn't pick it up again if that's any consolation. So next up we have this women's Burghouse jacket. It's only the AQ2, which is one of the lower end versions. It sold for £30. I'm super happy with that. Again, it would have been a £5 to £8 pickup. So can't complain at that. You're mainly looking for the high vent Gore-Tex, that sort of stuff, dry vent and all those sorts of things, and the 800 downs and all that. We've been over it loads and loads of times, but yeah, this one's in a very average. Next up, these ones have taken pretty decent amount of time to sell. I probably wouldn't get them again. Versace jeans, they are men's. They're an okay size, like 30, I think it was, something like that, waist, which is probably on the lower end of where I would pick up 32. And 34, like anything lower than that gets a bit iffy when it comes to men's jeans in my opinion. These sold for £33.74. Not sure where the 74 came from. Probably wouldn't pick them up again. I wouldn't have paid more than a £5 because these I definitely would have picked up at a car boot. I wouldn't have bought them on Vinted. Next up, this is a pretty old listing. I don't remember where I got it from. It would have been a charity shop. It definitely wouldn't have been a Vinted pickup, I know that much. It is sold for £28.99, so pretty sloppy sale there. Again, probably would have been a £5 to £8 pickup. That was my average cost of goods back then. Yeah, I mean, sea salt, there are some really nice coats, Plant Hunters and Janelle's and some of the Sea Folly ones and stuff like that do really well, but this is not one of those. It's not good. £28.99. So this is a Burghouse Gore-Tex jacket. It is like a 90s vintagey type one. Some of these do really, really well if you're paying attention. There's like a Merapeak version. There's like Gemini, I want to say, version as well. Some of those do really, really well. The Merapeak one, I think I've sold one before, like a vintage one for maybe like £100, £120, and even some of the modern Merapeak ones do like 80 to 100 as well. So be on the lookout for those. This is just a vintage. It could be an Aqua, I can't remember exactly. I'll show you on screen. This sold for £34.99. This was a mistake from a very long time ago when I decided I was going to do a wholesale bundle of puffer jackets at £10.80 a piece, and this is just awful. Don't ever buy it. It sold for £26. It's taken 6.5 years. Nobody cares. Just don't get sucked into some of the wholesales. If you're going to do it, you really do need to do your research to make sure that you're not getting screwed over like this. So let me know in the comments, would you have picked these up? I'll tell you the scenario in which I picked them up. I'll tell you how much I paid, and I'll tell you how much they sold for. These are, I believe, mobile Wi-Fi air conditioning control units. Essentially, is what they are. They're by a brand called Intensis Home. And they were at a car boot on a table. It was about 10 or 15 minutes into the car boot, so multiple people would have walked past these. I jumped on the table, and I like seeing these little things that have sealed, obviously brand new. And I asked him how much they wanted, and he said £1 each. And I just picked them up just based off a little bit of a hunch that they might have some value. Now, with these sorts of things, I usually go, they're probably worth like 30 to 60 sort of range. But there was no comps on eBay at all. So I went onto Google, had a little look, and I saw the company and some other shopping, like selling companies, selling these for around £180 each. So we had to make our own listing. We priced them at £150 each. Somebody yesterday bought one. Well, they sent me an offer of 50, bearing in mind I had it listed at 150. I counted at 100, but obviously I paid £1, so I didn't really mind too much. They came back at 90, and I accepted. He then asked to cancel the order, which we did, because I was like, oh well, he's obviously, you know, not read the description, whatever. And he messaged me saying, I see you've got two, can I buy both? What's the best you can do? So basically, same guy in France bought two of these for £180, £90 a piece. I paid £2, so that is £2 into £180 on a complete hunch. Obviously, I've used a little bit of my previous knowledge and stuff based around these sorts of things, but yeah, a complete hunch on this specific item, and it's obviously a fantastic sale. So super happy with those. We'll box those up now, get them off, and they're off to France. Right, so that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for everybody who's been watching these videos on a daily basis. I know it's a lot of content to watch as well as make, so I appreciate all of you that are commenting and liking, and everybody who's new and subscribed. If you haven't already, go and follow the reseller group on Instagram. We have a Patreon group. It's paid. It's $19.99 a month. We have a bunch of, I think it's over 70 members now, all like-minded individuals, all wanting to learn, all trading knowledge. And we have 9 dedicated live calls a week, and over 100 hours of previous content recorded that people can flick through at their own leisure. So we have lots of content over there, and it's really, really good. So if you haven't already, go and check it out.